Incident alert. Offshore rig Deepwater 4 has ruptured and is spilling crude oil into the ocean at an alarming rate. Your joint task force must work together as a team to avert an ecological disaster, one which threatens to contaminate marine life and devastate the ecosystem. Contain the oil flow from the rig, remove what oil you can from the waters, and rescue the marine animals. The world is watching. The fate of the coast is in your hands. Hi everybody, my name is Harry Jacobs and I am the North of 60 Gamer, and welcome to my table. Today we are looking at The Spill, the Deluxe Wood Token Edition. Contain the oil, save the life. This game is from Andy Kim and Kwachi Moraya, who has done the illustrations. This game is an ecological game. This is a very interesting game. It is billed as a reversed tower defense. Don't know what that means. It's a unique 4-way dice tower, 64 dice. You can adjust the difficulty. And it is for, let's just see here. Doesn't really say. That's just 1 to 4 players, ages 10 and up, 50 minutes. So not a particularly long game. So let's get down to the table and take a look at what's in the box. This is the second unboxing I'm doing today. The Spill. Ooh. This whole tower thing looks really cool. I'm hoping it's not cheesy and cheap, because I hate to see this kind of a thing get broken. It always kind of scares me around when you see components like that, whether or not they can break very easily. So let's just pull that open. Oh. I'm trying to get back into gameplay again. I was kind of down and out for a couple of weeks for some strange reason. There I am right there. You can see, you can tell by the tooth. There it is. Rules on top. Oh, we've got, looks like the player boards, your environmental tech. Looks like we have some stickers of some sort. And we have, let's just see what we have. We have a number of animal tokens. Now I'm supposed to have the wooden token edition. Oh yeah, right there. Cloth bag. Oh, cool. Not too many cards. That's all the cards there. Huh. We got dice. Raindrop dice. Lots and lots of dice. We have this interesting tower. Well, that's kind of cool. We've got what looks like boat meeples. And we've got, looks like biohazards and meeples. There's animal meeples right there. Okay, so that's what's in the box. Surprising not as much as I thought there was. We shall see how this all goes together, I guess. We have a board. And we have another board. Oh, Rescue Marine Life. And this. Oh, I see. This is showing us how to put it together. Assembling the oil rig. 36 marine animal tokens, 15 resource, 9 wind conditions, 8 special. That's the situation board. 9 spill out tokens. Place the assembled tower. Oh boy. What's the object? It says, your team will lose if one or more of these conditions. Sick bay holds at least one of each of the 6 different types of animals. Three sick bay holds at least 3 of a single type of marine animals contaminated by oil. The board contains 6 or more spill outs, each spill out defined as a column of 3 oil spilled sectors. Ooh. Love the games where it's like you can lose in multiple different ways, but there is only one way to win. Well, this looks interesting. Well, let's put this all together and come back and take a look at it. There, we've organized the spill. Didn't take long. There's not a ton of components here. So we have the rules on top still. We have the board here. This is how we make our quadrants for the dice tower. And once we set the game up, we'll show a little bit more about that. We have our various and assorted specialists. We have environmental specialist. Oh, there's the captain. The hazmat specialist. And we have some weather effects. And so each turn we'll be having some weather perhaps. This is our resource board. You can see we can remove some oil. We can rescue some marine life. We can take some extra actions if we take a pool. You can see the kind of like pandemic standard. Each turn we'll be putting dice down as we go up the scale though. Here we have our main board. And that's our sick bay down here. And I'll explain about the main board once we set that up. The sick bay basically says once we have a full set of 3 animals that are the same, basically, game over. We have our tubes for our dice tower. There we are. They got the little decals on them. That's the base of the dice tower there. We have our 60 dice, which we'll take 8 out of at the beginning, plus the weather dice. We've got some cards. We've got our spill outs. The spill out basically says we've spilled out. And if we spilled out here, things are bad for the animals. And of course we have our animals and our weather tokens. And that is all there is to the game really. So pretty quick setup. Now I don't believe this game was particularly expensive. I think it was like under $50 US. But I'm pretty excited because you don't see ecology as a theme very often of saving the animals. We often have evolution where animals are eating animals and we have to survive to make the next, the next biological mankind, evolve. But here we're trying to save the planet. So a good theme. I like the theme, and that's what attracted me to this particular game was the theme of saving animals. So without further ado, we're going to get down to the table. We're going to play that, and that is the spill. So here we are. You can see here is our drill tower, deep well number 4. It's a little tricky to put together. Hopefully it doesn't skew. I mean, I like the idea, but wow, it was a bit finicky, as I said. So, and then it just goes into the middle like this. There we are. So it's kind of unique. And you can see each has its own quadrant. 1 through 6. 1 through 6. There's 4 quadrants. And the dice are going to fall through into the different quadrants. I'm not quite sure. Yeah. Oh, there we are. I think it goes this way. There we are. So you have to align it all correctly. Okay. And then we have our sick bays here. That's one of the losing conditions. If you get a full set of animals in the sick bay or 3 of any one animal, that is a losing condition. Let's go put this here. So we're just gonna have to push this over. So they're gonna get a little bit lost on this side. Nothing I can do about that. You can see I don't have much of a studio here. Let's see if we can pull the lights out a little bit. There we go. I think I wish the boards were a little thicker. You can see that they stand up just a bit. Okay, well that's fine. Let's finish off the. So we're going to play on the easy level, and here are our win conditions. You can see the dots, level 1 win conditions. because I've never played this before, so we're going to just pick these up. Now it says to choose your win conditions, then choose the appropriate technician. So let's just take the middle one out. So my win conditions, here we are. Remove 4 oil dice within 4 consecutive turns. Whoa. Remove a total of 9 oil dice from the game and save 4 full sets of marine life. And you can see the sets are right over here. This is where we'll remove our oil, and these are extra action pool. So we'll just put our win conditions down on the board right there. How about that? There we are. We'll take take these off the board. So I think the focus is really getting oil, and so we want a couple guys who are really good at oil and a few that are good at saving animals. So yeah, once per turn you may push black oil dice for free by moving into a sector. By pushing means that we can put it back in the bag. So let's take a look at that. We really want to be able to remove to the game. So let's see, once per turn before a move action you may transport to the same number of space in an adjacent quadrant. This might be an interesting one. Team gets 5 resource cards this game. If you may not use the... No. Okay, engineered. During the spill phase, drop 1 less oil dice than remember. No, we want 1... Here we are. Removing oil dice costs you 2p instead of 3. So we're certainly going to want the hazmat specialist, I think. And here we have somebody who can save animals in another sector. That's good. Oh, and we have our sea captain. So I think we've already got our 4 here. Oh, we have 1 more we can look at. Who's that? Once per turn you may rescue a healthy marine animal or a contaminated marine animal for -1 AP. Ooh, this is a... I don't know. It's tough to say. Do we want the sea captain who can move around quickly, or somebody? Let's go with the marine vet. Okay, so these are our 4 guys that we're going to go take. Now we may need those other... There are cards that allow us to actually bring in a 5th specialist. Now I have to play with 4, so no matter what, when you're playing this game, you're going to play with 4. So in a 1-player game, I play all 4. In a 2-player game, 2 each. In a 3-player game, what you're going to have is 3 players, and then you're going to have a sort of a floating character that people can use when they take their turn and you know, consensus. And then each one is going to take a turn. So what we're going to do is take our teardrop. Now I think what we're going to do is play in the middle right here. So we're going to start with 3, of course not on the first turn. 3, and then we're going to have our purple, our yellow, our blue, and our green, and the rest we'll put away, and if we need them we'll go grab them. And then let's get that set up, and then we'll talk about these resource cards in a minute. So what we're going to do is we're going to shuffle up these cards, and then we're going to start and basically pick 4 pairs and pick 1 of each. So these allow us, as we take oil out of the game or complete rescue, we'll be able to get some action tokens. Vet Defibrillator. Place a marine animal from sickbay into an empty space on the board, healthy side up. That's pretty good. Rescue it as a healthy marine animal instead. Oh, push back all dice from a sector. Let's go with the Vet Defibrillator. Now we will see more of these cards. So we'll take 2 more. We have reroll a weather dice, treat as 1 AP instead. Ooh, that's nice. Weather. Or dredge. Remove all oil die in your sector and place it in a removed oil area. Whew. Well, that sounds uber powerful. What we got next? We have Fire Boom. After dropping dice into the spell phase, but before assigning them to sectors, remove 1 of these drop dice and place it in the removed oil. Cancel the weather effects. I think anything that removes oil for us is going to be good. Unless, now, as we use these, they will be replaced. Each specialist may flip their 1 AP weather effect token to activate the side if it isn't already. Rescue a contaminated marine animal in a sector occupied by any ship. Rescued a contaminated animal anywhere on the board. Ooh, let's take the medical kit. There we are. We have our four. We have lots of dice here. We're just going to put these off to the side. We may need them again. And then what we're going to do is we'll have our activation tokens. And we're going to get activation tokens, as I said, by completing sets of rescued marine animals and remove oil. So there's a lot of emphasis on that. We're going to take one dice. And we'll start with our green player. And we'll start in the northeast quadrant. And he rolls a 5. So our green player is going to go on the 5 space right there. Then we're going to come to our yellow player. He's going to go onto a 2. Our blue player is a 3. All in the different quadrants. And lastly but not least, we get a 1. So we're way over here. Okay, now we are going to seed the board. And with that, we're going to take 8. Now there are weather dice in here as well. And you can see that I have tokens on top. And we'll talk about weather when we hit weather. Hopefully. Now, we're not going to play with the harsh weather rules, which allows us to double up on some of the things. But if we want to talk about weather, what are we going to talk about? Resource cards can't be used. Specialists can't use their ability. It costs, we lose 1 ship. We can only move 1 or 2, so now we would only be able to move 1. Marine animals are going to cost an extra 1. And of course, you get +1 AP. And if we get an oil drop, we're going to take 3 oil drops and throw them in. So let's go and seed our board with oil. The dice are the oil. So we're going to go. Oh, okay. So we have a 3, a 6, a 2. So far not so bad. Oh, 4. Oh, 4. 6. Oh, 6. 1. And 2. Okay. Now this is how the game starts. So we are going to go first. Our environmental tech, who is green up in this corner, once per turn may push back an oil for free by moving into its sector. Well, certainly we would have to use 2 AP to do that. And I'm not quite sure whether I want to do that or not. And I think right off the bat, we really want to get some oil, clean up some oil, and start removing animals as quickly as we can. 1 AP to rescue a marine animal. And was it 2 AP? Oh, remove oil dice is 3 AP. So there's no sense going way down here. So we might as well, but we will start to move down here, I think. But I think for the first, we're going to rescue a marine animal. So we're going to rescue this sea tortoise for 1. Then we're going to go 1, 2. And I think we're going to do the same thing. So this is our 3rd turn. And what we're going to do is move on our 4th turn, and we're going to use our special ability to push back. Now, push back just means that we're going to take the oil and put it back in the bag, basically. That is it. That is the first turn. That is easy as a turn gets. Now, our yellow player will have to take our 3 dice. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're in this quadrant. We have a 6. We have a 5. And we have a 5. So we didn't do too badly so far. It is our yellow player. Let's get a little meeple here so we know who the heck's turn it is. Removing all dice costs 2 AP instead of 3. So certainly we want to move. We can move counterclockwise or 2, but there's lots of here. So I'm going to go 1, 2 for our first. I think. Oops. That hit him on the contaminated side. I think do we move another one? He's here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to spend 2 instead of 3 because he is a specialist. So that is 3, and he's just going to go up here. And he, too, will rescue an animal. Is a 4. That is his turn. Gonna want to get down here where we can get 4 consecutive things. So I don't know how that's going to work. That's going to be interesting to see. Remove 4 oil dice within 4 consecutive turns. Okay, so he moved the first one. So let's just count that. I'm going to count 4 consecutive turns as each player, right? So each player has a turn. So we have our first oil. We'll just got some markers here. So we'll put a marker on him because he removed an oil. So we can remove an oil without skipping somebody. We'll be good. Okay, now we're going to play our blue player. Blue player says we can rescue animals that are in sectors adjacent. That's pretty nice. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to move 1. And it's going to cost 3 to remove that, but that's okay. We're going to remove that for 4, and that's all he can do. But we have our second our second turn, so that's pretty good. We don't have any overspills yet. We're in control. Okay, so we are now into our Marine Vet, so he can rescue animals. We again are going to take 3 dice. And there is a weather dice in here somewhere. 1, 2, 3. Not yet. Okay, ready? So we have a 5. Uh-oh, we have a contaminated animal here. That is not a good thing. So when an animal is contaminated, I have basically a turn to the end of this turn to do something about it. And I don't know if we're going to be able to because our purple specialist is where? Way over here, and that is our contaminated animal. And there's no way to get there. 1, 2, yeah. So we're going to lose that animal, unfortunately. But once per turn, so he can get a free animal. So I think what he's going to do is going to move here. Well, we're in trouble no matter what we do here. So for a free animal, I think what he's going to do is he's going to take this octopus for 1. That's his free, so he doesn't have to do anything. He's going to move for 1, and he's going to spend 3 to do that. So now, for 3, for his 4, we have a set. So we can take an orange cube now, and can we do remove oil dice in your sector and replace it in the oil bin? Place from a sick bay into an empty space on the healthy side up. I think we're going to put that in our medical kit for now. We can't trigger that yet, but that'll allow us to save a healthy animal. Okay, that is so far we have taken 3 out of the 4 oil spills. So far so good. Unfortunately, we are going to lose our animal to the sick bay. That is the first of the turtles. But we don't have an overspill yet, which is good. We're able to control all that. We are back to our environment. Oh, here we are. We are to our blue person, I guess. Oh no, we're back to our once per turn you may push back an oil. Okay, well, we're not there. The green is up there. Green needs to get here, which looks like we're in good shape to get that 4th oil. So let's do that. Oh, we got a 1. We have a 2. Okay, and we have a 6. 6, not so bad. Okay, we are here. Once per turn, you may push back a cube. Well, I don't want to push back a cube. There's a lot of things going on here. Well, actually, I do want to push back a cube. See if I could get there, but I need to save. I need to save an oil. So let's go take our first AP to just move 2 spaces. Take 3 AP, put that there. That's the end of his turn that quickly. But we did meet our first condition, remove 4 oil. And we have to remove 9, so we're a little bit of halfway. Okay. It is now our specialist, our hazmat specialist. He is going to get 3. Haha! Oh, and we get a weather dice. So, let's see. The weather dice, first of all, let's go 5. So far we're in control. Oh, a 6 in this quadrant. Always good. And this 5 is... Oh, we can't use our special abilities. Okay, so we can't use our special abilities, so what we do is we flip. Each of us are going to flip this as we go. And then at the end of our turn, we'll flip it back. Okay, so nobody can use their special ability, which is a shame. Okay, so yellow. Where is our yellow guy? So he can't remove for 2. Well, I think we need to keep going. So he's going to move 1 and spend 3 to remove that dice right there. That is the end of his turn. That was a quick freaking turn. I like that because it is a quick turn. So now we're going to go down to our hazmat spend, who can't do anything. You can't rescue animals in her sector. So again, we're going to get our 3 dice. Nope, not 4 yet. We have some potentials for some overspills here. Okay, we have a 5. Oh, that's okay. We have a 6. And a 5. And you can see how quickly oil gets nasty here. You can rescue, but that doesn't make a difference. We are blue. I think we're going to just stay right here. We have a healthy animal and 3. So we're going to take another octopus and save the octopus. And that is the end of the turn. We do get another thing, another activation cube, which is good. We rescue a contaminant anywhere on the board. So if we get one, we will have that problem. Okay. We're going to move this over to our marine vet, who can't use his specialty at all either. And he is the purple. Where is purple? Purple. Oh, right here. 4 AP. Well, you know what? He's going to do the exact same thing. So he's going to remove the manta ray, save the manta ray, and for 3, clean up the oil spill. There we go. We're almost there to our winning conditions. That's all he does for his turn. We're back to green. He's going to drop 3. We have a lot of potential spills here, though. Some overspills. Number 4. That's a 3. And a 1. Wow, we have been lucky with the dice because we've had no overspills. Okay, we are back to green, who can still not use their special ability. I would love to get a pelican, but I think it's more important to control over here. So he's going to move 1 and remove a dice from the game. This is probably more important than anything else that we can do in this game. Now that we're back to normal, you can remove 2 AP to remove a dice. That's assuming so far we have no overspills yet. So we have a 1. We have a contaminated animal. I don't know if we can save him. A 3 over here, and a 6. So we have now in our spill area. So we are for our first spill out. There we are, right there. We can prevent spill outs, of course, but right now, if we that could hurt us. But right now we're good because it is green's turn, actually. Oh no, it's yellow's turn. Where is yellow? Oh, that's nasty. But purple's up there. But what happens when there's a spill out is it starts to spill across. And so that could further contaminate our animals. But we are at our yellow's turn. Yellow is down here. Can't do anything about that animal over there, except we could say, rescue a contaminated marine anywhere on the board. I think he's going to do that, actually. He says, yes, let's take that. And we're going to rescue this animal. Yay. Actually, we still don't have 4 sets, but that's good. Then what we do is we get another one of these cards. We get another one of these cards, which are over here. And it says, call a specialist. You may swap a specialist card for one not currently used, or you may gain the ability of any specialist in addition to your own this turn. That's nice. Of course, we have to have full sets to do something about that, which we don't right at the moment. So we are now at yellow, who now has to remain oil dice. Wow, we need to get a pelican. We need to save a pelican. I'm tempted to come over here to save the pelican. Well, we could. Because there's a special ability, which is 2 AP, so we could spend 2. That gives us 1 of these dice. And I think we're just going to use a dredge. I don't know. I think I like vet. Place a marine animal from 6 bay into an empty space on the board. I think that's a good one to have in backup. Okay, so that's our first 2. And he's going to come over to here for 3. And he's going to rescue the pelican. 4. And then we can get another activation cube. We need 9 dice, which is good because you know what? Now we just have to save animals and not have them die. Move an oil in your sector and place it in a removed oil area. That might be a good one too. So we've got a couple of things that we can activate now. But we've saved this, right? We removed 2. We removed an oil for 2. Removed 1. Saved an animal for 1. That is the end of yellow's turn. We are now blue. Oh, and this moves up because we have that spillover. So blue is still not in a position to do anything down here, unfortunately. So let's... all we got to do is really... and we're going to lose a pelican here. So we're going to lose our pelican. Nothing I can do about it. Well, that's not true. Well, that's okay. We're in good shape. As long as we don't lose one of each animal. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we are blue. 4. So we got nothing here in 4. We have a 5. And we have a 3. We have a contaminated animal. Oh my gosh. Not only do we have a spillover, we have a contaminated animal. Oh my gosh. And it is blue's turn. You can rescue an animal that are sectors adjacent to your current. But it's going to cost me 2 to rescue this one. Whew. I could spend 2 to rescue him. Move 3 and push back. I could push it back. Or, So let's rescue this animal, because I can rescue animals from adjacents. So that's 2. And that's a dolphin. Then we can move here for our 3rd AP. And for our 4th AP, we'll just push this back into the bag. Our spill out does not exist anymore. Way to go, Harry. And we are now to our purple guy, who's our vet. And he's in a good position to save some animals. And, yeah, he's in a good position to save animals, we hope. We've only lost 2 animals so far, so we're good. We got a 6. Ooh, another spillover. Back to that spillover. A 1. And a 1. Pretty much in purple's area here. And once per turn you may rescue a healthy animal for free. Or a contaminated animal. I don't think we have any contaminated animals. So the first thing I think you're going to do is really just needs to push back at this point. That's 1. I think he's going to move here for 2. Rescue this for 3. Push back this for 4. Oh, and we have another turtle. So we're good. Then we're going to come back over this way. But we did have a spill out here. So that's going to go back. We're still at the 3 level. Yeah, got to remember, when there's 3, there's a spill out. If we ever get to the end of the dice, we could actually win the game. So if all the dice are on the board and we haven't met any of the losing conditions, we could actually win. Let's continue on. So we have a 2. 2 and a 2. And we're green. Once per turn, you may push back an oil. Where is our green? Oh. Well, I don't think we want to do oil spills. Yeah, well, we don't want to... Jeez, there's not a lot of guys in this area here. But he could... Well, let's see. 1... We can get here for 2. Oh, there we are. We have this. So, and that would be our second pelican. So we're going to go 1, 2. He's going to push back the oil, because he has to push back the oil first. And then he's going to spend 2 to save the contaminated animal. Yay! There we go. There's our green player's turn. We still have 3 dice. It is yellow's turn. But you can see the oil is starting to run away on us as we busily try to do stuff here. What do we got here? We have a 1. We have a 5. Oh, a contaminated animal. And a 2. We have another spill out. Right now. Oh my gosh. That just means that we are going to push up to 4 dice now. It is yellow's turn, and he can remove oil for 2. Or yellow is here. Oh my gosh, he really can't get over here. I think we just continue saving animals, I think. But he does get to remove oil for 2, eh? Do we need a turtle? Yeah, we need a seahorse too. So I think first thing he's going to do is he's going to save 2 for the seahorse. Then he's going to move, so that's 2, 3, 4. That gives us our next row, and we have to have 4 full sets of marine life. So, but we do get this. Place a... You may swap any specialist card. No. We'll start here with the fire boom. Yeah, we'll start on the fire boom. But we do have a couple of these things in hand. Remove all oil in your sector and place it in the removed oil area. That might be something to do for blue. Where's blue? Blue's here. If blue could get down here, we could clean that area. Oh, and this guy is off to the manta ray is off to sick bay here. So we have one of 3 different kinds of animals right now. So we're good. Let's just make sure. Yeah, we're good. But we are now to blue. And we are rolling 4 dice. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we had a weather dice and a 4th dice. Oh my. So we have a 5. Doesn't really hurt us. 4 doesn't hurt us. 6 gives us another spillover. Oh my gosh. And makes our animal sick. So we have another spillover, which is going to put that up. Well, we'll see if we can clean that up. And, oh, we have a weather dice. So what do we have for weather? We have +1 AP. So that didn't hurt us. We actually now have 5 AP to play with. So that is very nice. So we are starting with our blue player. So what's that? Green has to get there, but he's going to lose that animal. Okay. You can rescue animals that are in a sector. We have to get octopuses, turtles, seahorses. Oh. So here we go. We're going to move 1. We're going to go here for 1. There we go. That's for free, right? You may risk in any sector. Okay, so that's one healthy animal. Then he's going to move 1, 2 for 2. Move for 3, 4, and 5. Unfortunately, we're going to lose another pelican. No, that's a dolphin. So we're still good. So, and we've still got that in the bank. So we're really quite good, but we have 2 spill outs now, which isn't good. But we almost have four full sets, which is also nice. So we are now to our marine vet, who has 5, but we have to do 4 dice. My oh my, and he's purple. Where is purple? 1, 2, 3, 4. He's in a good spot to perhaps help with the some spills here. So here we are, 3. We've got a contaminated animal. We have a 2, which doesn't affect us. A 4. That should be over here. And a 6, which gives us another spillover, which then puts us up to 4 here. We're getting into a critical, but it's purple's turn. Once per turn, remove a healthy animal marine for free. Well, that's fine. I think what we're going to do is we're going to use this one. Remove an oil off in your sector and place it in the removed oil. But we can do that. Let's move first. Well, I think we're going to... The spill out this way isn't terrible. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to move him for 1. We're going to use this card to move this to the removed area. And we'll just put that and grab another one. Add a ship and specialist to the game. Oh, nice. We could get another specialist. Okay, so that is 1. Okay, folks, let's just take a break here, and we're going to jump to the end of the game. I've shown you everything you need to play in this game, so let's just show how this game ended, and I can tell you it ended poorly for me. So keep that in mind, that we're just going to take a little jump just to save 10 or 15 minutes of play so you don't all fall asleep. So we're going to go. I've showed you enough of this game to give you that flavor and taste, and I just want to show you how the game ends. Okay, so we've skipped a few turns just to speed up the video. So we are in a major spill condition. We have 5 spills left, and we have 6 dice to pull. This is win or lose. 1, 2. Oh, both weather dice too. 2. That could be good or bad for us. 3 and 4. We have 5 of the 6 sectors that are... So we have a 6, which we have a spill out. That is our 6th spill out. We have a 2. We have a 5. There's our 7th spill out. A 3. I think we had 1 more dice than we needed. No, 6. We had 2. We should have 4. Either way, 1 or 3, doesn't really matter. There's another spill out, and then some bad weather. So basically, we've lost the game. Basically, what has happened is you can see that I have had 7 spill outs that I couldn't control. That is the end of the game. So we skipped a few rounds to the end of the game just to get you to the end of the game. But you've seen all the mechanics that you need to see to play this game. So let's go and have some final thoughts on the game and talk about the game itself. Well, we are here for the final thoughts for The Spill. Actually, for a solo game, I really quite liked it. Very easy rules. A little finicky to set up because you've got to lay out the tiles, you've got to build this, which was a little finicky, especially this. I wish the box was just a little bit deeper so that, once you've built it, you've built it. So I don't have to rebuild it every time I play. I would worry about the wear on this type of game components like that. However, so let's start generally with the theme. It's an ecology theme, something that's a little different, kind of like a tower defense as we run out from the tower, as you can see around the board here, that we are running into our spills, and we're trying to contain our spills, save our animals, which we almost did. We came very, very close. It really did come down to the last turn, which to me is a nail biter. It did say it was suspenseful and a nail biter. I agree with that. I think that at the beginning it feels like it's flowing and it's going good, and then all of a sudden it's okay, we got an overflow, and then another overflow. Next thing you know, you're doing 5 and 6 dice, and you've got weather now, and animals are going all over the place and getting dirty. Not terribly out of control. I mean, I never did lose all 6, but I at the end there were 7 overflows, so that was pretty good. So thematically, I really like this game. I think a game like this can really show, educationally wise, in a classroom, how easy it is for a spell to just destroy the eco balance of the world or the area which it's affecting. So, keeping that in mind, it's worth perhaps putting in a classroom and then playing it and then talking about it, about how, as much as you got 4 of these ships running around the board but can't keep up with it, as much as they try. Theme out of the way, which I like. The rules, straightforward. Oh, I love straightforward rules. Didn't take long at all. I think the setup took longer than anything, so it's not a 5-5-5 game by any means because of the setup. But I think that, and the teardown. So it just bumps it out of the 5-5-5 category. Certainly the rules are very, very simple to learn. Basically, you're just going to roll dice and save animals, and you've got some action points to do that. The randomness may drive people nuts, but I mean, that's life, right? The wind currents blow, water splashes around, spills don't get contained, the weather is crap. What can you say? So I would not put this as a 5-5-5 game. I don't think it's a medium weight game either. I think it's still in the range of maybe just a touch heavier lightweight game. Again, probably a really good gateway. Not necessarily a filler because it isn't bad. I think it took me about an hour to play. So probably not a bad filler. Around 7, 8 o'clock. Yeah, about an hour to play solo-wise. So I think not a bad filler. People who like cooperative games, and there's not a lot of people who like cooperative games, so, but I think I liked it. Component-wise, really good. I got the wooden components. Those are excellent. We have cubes, standard cubes. The dice are standard dice. Nothing. The cards are nothing but special, but they're sleeved. The tiles are good. Now, I would say that the board could have been just a touch thicker. It doesn't lay flat. You can see there's a little bounce here, right? No, not necessarily cool. Could have been just a little bit thicker. They're trying to keep the cost down because they do something like this. I mean, this is a nice touch, but and you need that. And surprisingly enough, if you look at the board, I mean, surprisingly enough, I was a little concerned that it would be slanted one side or the other, but not really. I think it kept a pretty good balance along the way. So I guess when they engineered it, they knew what the hell they were doing. That's good. So so far we've got a good theme, good rules. I would say okay components. The tiles are great. I think the boards could be thicker. Everything else though is wonderful. So not a big deal. So what's left is we got some value here. Replayability. This thing is like replayability. The fact that you've got all kinds of these types of cards to play with. You have different types of win conditions to play with, and they come in basically easy, which I played and still lost, medium and hard. So you've got some die hard you can play on the ultimate level. I suppose if perhaps I played on an easier level, I might have gotten away with it. One animal off, just one animal off. So I think it was a hard fought battle. Value wise, yeah. I don't know what it cost at 401 Games. I don't think it's expensive. I think it was in the $50-$60 range. If it's in the $50-$60 range, I know it's going to be cardboard, but I'd say pick it up. I think you could have some fun with your kids. And if you're a teacher, put it in your classroom and talk about it. So, all in all, I'm going to give this game 2 thumbs up. I liked it a lot. I think that there's good value in the box, and the playability is good. I would solo this again easily. Though I am moving on to Wayfarers of the Tigris today, but this is a good game. It's solid, really fun. Well, and let's get to the end then. My name is Harry Jacobs. This is the North of 60 Gamer. I really appreciate it if you would comment. What do you think of this game? What do you think of these types of ecological games that sort of teach you about our environment? Make a comment. Hit the button. Subscribe. Like. I'm going to cover my face. Like. Hit the button, subscribe. Hit the swirly subscribe on the way out. Merry Christmas. I think this, I don't know if I'm going to get this out before Christmas, but it is a few days before Christmas, and mine is 33 this morning. The joys of living in Yellowknife. I'd like to think there's joys of living in Yellowknife. But anyway, I'm going to go and have some coffee, do some editing, play a game. You all have a good day. And don't forget to hit the subscribe on the way out.